I'm sitting here with George the Animal Steele. How are you today at Monsterpalooza?
Isn't this a great show? And a lot of people here, a lot of people, dressing up kind of strange. I'm having a great time.
Awesome. I want to ask you a little bit about the Ed Wood film that you did, Tim Burton's Ed Wood, where you played Tor Johnson. How much research did you do on Tor before hitting the makeup and getting into character?
Well, when Mr. Burton called me and told me that I looked like a movie star, I got a little excited. Then I researched the part and found out that Tor was the first guy to do monster movies without makeup, and I looked just like him. That was exciting. And it was a great film. It was just a lot of fun. Everybody in the cast, it was kind of like a family. It was an easy time. Tim was so easy to work with. It was just a good experience.
Awesome. Were you already familiar with Ed Wood before the film?
I had no clue. The only time I saw Ed Wood, anything of Ed Wood, was Tor Johnson. They had a mask of him, like on 8th Avenue, and they had my name underneath it. So I went in and asked them about that, and they said, well, you look like this guy. Then it was like 2 years later they called me to do the part. So it was my acting skills, I'm sure, that got the job.
Well, that's awesome. How much did you have to do for shooting? Was it long hours? Was it pretty easy for you?
Well, I'm from the wrestling business, so it was pretty easy. The hardest part of it, we did a lot of retakes, and it was not about the actors or actresses, Lisa's over there. It was always about getting the smoke a little higher so it looks like Plan 9. So Tim was just really into the look alike. So it was very important that everything was the same as it was on the film. That was the hardest part.
Did you watch Plan 9 before shooting any of those scenes just to kind of get the feel of the film? What'd you think of it?
I watched Plan 9. I thought it was strange. I mean, and then I really studied Tor a lot. I watched some of his wrestling matches. He was horrible. But he was one of the greatest monsters, I think, of all time. He was a natural. He had that great look. You know what I mean?
Awesome. If you could play any other monster, what would it be?
What would it be? I'd probably be a wild man like this and just go absolutely nuts and have people go crazy after me, and they'd say, that looks like George Steele.
Well, I love it. Thank you so much for the interview. You are a doll. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
I am sitting here with the beautiful Lisa Marie. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you.
I wanted to ask you, now you portrayed Vampira in the Tim Burton's Ed Wood. Now, you did a phenomenal job playing Vampira, by the way, being a huge fan myself. You were great. How much research did you do in order to kind of get into her shoes?
I was so excited to have the opportunity to play that character, and the development of a character is like my favorite part of the work and the process. So she was just such a joy to explore and cultivate the character. So I would do a lot of different things. I mean, first of all, she was alive. So I met with her and wanted to get a sense of her essence and talk with her about what she did when she was, performing the character that she created. And wearing corsets, doing my own makeup, like really transforming my face and being like in front of the mirror and creating myself to be like the character myself, and like just playing with that a lot really kind of helped me embrace her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Before being casted as Vampira, did you already know who Ed Wood was?
I only know who Ed Wood was because of Tim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What have you been doing lately? Are you doing any upcoming films?
I just finished a movie with Rob Zombie that's going to come out called The Lords of Salem, and I did a movie with Malcolm McDowell called Silent Night, and that's probably coming out in a few weeks.
Great. How'd you get started in acting?
I started as a child, really. It was a dream, and I had always been drawn to movies and television and performance and music, and I always loved that. So I got involved in it very young, and I, studied classical dance and music. So that was my training and background. And then my hopes were to, go to New York City and keep going. And I went at a very young age to New York and left home and just started working, So
is horror a genre that you're just in love with? Because I noticed you do horror films, so.
I love horror. I love all genres. I really do. There's some things I'm not so crazy about, but like that are more like just current, like poppy. Like I like fantasy and stories and being like transported to another place, when I'm watching a movie.
Awesome. Is there a website we can go check out more about you?
Yeah, you can check out Facebook, and then Facebook will take you to my website, but my website's not up and running yet.
Well, I can't wait to go add you on Facebook, because being a fan myself, I want to keep up with what you're doing. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.